Behind every hookup, relationship, and friendship, there's a story.
We're giving the tech-savvy Generation Z the opportunity to share their stories in an authentic, relatable way.
Hi everyone, my name is Eleanor.
My name is Gabby.
My name is Carrie.
And my name is Emma.
On Tinder, anything is possible. And on Tinder, any story is possible.
Today, it is our pleasure to introduce our bold 7-phase plan that will enable Tinder to increase app downloads, app reactivations, and increase brand love.
Tinder has pioneered the online dating market, and its product differentiation has made it stand out. Gen Z has also defined Tinder's competition. Accounting for 20% of the consumer market, they desire simplicity and convenience when it comes to their favorite apps and services.
To get their attention, we must capture and maintain their short 8-second attention spans for as long as possible. Tinder's competition is app-based and device-driven, making Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat its primary competitors.
Instagram is a top destination, with 67% of Gen Z on the platform. Users not only want to connect with each other on Instagram, but also with brands. 70% of Gen Zers want brands to connect with them through the platform.
TikTok's recent surge makes it a top app for Gen Z. With an average daily screen time of 45 minutes, they make up 26% of the app's users. YouTube maintains its high status with them because it's a go-to source for entertainment. Currently, 89% of our target uses this platform.
Finally, there's Snapchat, whose users spend more than 30 minutes per day on the app. 81% of Snapchat users in the US are between ages 18 and 24.
Image and video content is the reason why Gen Z gravitates to these platforms. 53% of this market streams TV or movies on their devices daily, and 26% do so weekly. Our task is to steal screen time away from these competitors with compelling content that drives brand love, app downloads, and app reactivations.
Gen Z makes up nearly 25% of the United States population and 40% of its purchasing power. It differs from previous generations due to the role social media and technology play in their lives and their social and intellectual differences. Gen Z is more racially and ethnically diverse than previous generations.
Our audience consists of experiencers and strivers. Experiencers value friendships, have go-getter attitudes, seek visual stimulation, and are non-conforming. Strivers are imitative, look to peers for motivation and approval, emphasize their social media presence, and seek a virtual escape.
This cohort has experienced life-altering economic, political, and social events during their young lives. Because of this, Gen Z embraces social issues.
This target market is digitally savvy and connected. Gen Z clocks over 6 hours a day on their devices, with video being their preferred content. Digital connectedness influences Gen Z in another way. For Gen Z, social media influencers are important thought leaders. This group is 1.5 times more likely than other groups to follow influencers on social media.
In fact, 75% of Gen Z uses social media to follow celebrities. And when it comes to endorsements, this group is 1.3 times more likely to discover brands and products because of mentions by influencers.
Quantitative and qualitative primary research helped us understand why the target uses the app, how they use the app, and their views of Tinder. An online survey was administered, netting 426 responses. Following the survey, we conducted in-depth interviews with the target audience to gain a richer perspective.
51% of respondents said they use or currently use dating apps. Nearly 90% said they use Tinder because they were bored, while 39% reported using the app to meet people. For those not on Tinder, when asked why, 37% of respondents said they wanted more than just a hookup.
When asked to characterize their perceptions of Tinder, 51% did not feel as relationship-based. When asked what made them loyal to brands, 97% said the quality of products and services was important.
Reflecting what we found in our secondary research, respondents said they favored Snapchat, followed by Instagram and TikTok. In sum, the interviews we conducted confirmed what we already knew. Tinder is often used to relieve boredom. And the target audience knows that Tinder is the source of some amazing stories.
Streaming content is Gen Z's preferred means of entertainment, and they seek out the latest trends from influencers. They are moved and inspired by the power they have to create their own stories. And since video streaming is foremost in their lives, we believe that if you can't beat them, be them.
Introducing Swipe Style, a new video series designed just for Gen Z that'll share some of the amazing stories behind Tinder. Tinder and Gen Z have a shared emphasis on authenticity, storytelling, and connectivity. We're confident that with Swipe Style, we can tap into the raw, uncensored stories that will present in dramatic style Gen Z's Tinder experiences.
Swipe Style will consist of 20 episodes with 2 social media influencers following young Tinder users' dating experiences. Speaking openly, honestly, and sometimes cringingly, Gen Z will see their peers share their best and their worst Tinder stories as they answer all the questions about the hookups and the meetups that came from swiping right.
To successfully launch Swipe Style, our campaign will follow a 7-phase plan. Phase 1 will get Gen Z Tinder users to submit their stories to be aired on Swipe Style. During Phase 2, we will choose participants, and in Phase 3, we will film and edit the series. We will begin promoting the series during these phases with pre-teasers featuring our influencer hosts.
During Phase 4, we will launch series teasers to introduce viewers to Swipe Style participants. Following the launch of Swipe Style in Phase 5, episode teasers will be released weekly as viewers travel with our influencers to visit those chosen to share their stories.
We're confident that this radically different, full funnel approach towards promoting Tinder will achieve our campaign objectives. It'll encourage Gen Z to download Tinder, and most importantly, it'll drive brand love.
Our target audience is drawn to influencers, making them effective marketing partners. More than 76% of the audience follow at least one influencer. By employing influencers, we will increase impressions, brand awareness, and drive traffic to Swipe Style content.
Who better to lead the stories and launch Swipe Style than Cody Ko and his girlfriend Kelsey Kreppel? This power couple has been creating YouTube content over quarantine that has kept Gen Z entertained for months.
Cody is a 30-year-old comedian, influencer, actor, YouTuber, and podcaster from Calgary, Canada. His sarcastic tones and witty humor have led him to a large following on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Cody's girlfriend Kelsey also has a significant Instagram and YouTube following.
Cody and Kelsey will host Swipe Style together. Using these two will draw viewers in and get them to watch the series. These 2 influencers will cost $550,000 during the course of the campaign. Included in this cost are co-hosting Swipe Style's 20 planned episodes and use of their Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube social channels during the campaign.
Through the power of storytelling, Swipe Style will tap into and appeal to our unique target that is known for its storytelling. Here is one series teaser.
So, have you answered at 2 a.m. you up?
Not gonna lie, it's starting to get a little scary.
God, it's 11 p.m. I'm just go swipe on Tinder a little bit, and then you're like, why is the sun up again?
The start of something new.
I love it.
It's a whole new world.
His ice cream's melted because he's just sobbing into his ice cream at this point.
Oh, this is my girlfriend, and I'm like, this is our first date.
I think there's a little line that was crossed.
Yeah.
And this is another 30-second teaser that'll run on our social and digital channels.
So, what I'm about to tell you, this is the story of the Tinder date I've ever been on.
Love to hear that.
Yes, no pun intended.
I was basically like a therapist for him.
Why did I just agree to a Zoom date?
Are we Gen Z?
Not gonna lie, I was a bit caught off guard by your scream. You know, it was a high-pitched scream.
You see a Marvel superhero, you're gonna swipe right.
Oh, come on. Yeah. What if someone's like, I need someone to take to a wedding? Like, are you gonna be swiping or are you gonna be like typing in there?
All of the episodes will follow a similar format in which Cody and Kelsey will talk with Gen Z Tinder users who have interesting stories to tell. They will range from the typical to the amazing and will always be fun and engaging.
We conducted a survey of 30 18 to 19-year-olds to test an initial 30-second Swipe Style teaser. Results demonstrated the series would be well received by our target. 63% of our respondents said they were likely to watch the series.
57% said that they would recommend the series to a friend, and 77% of respondents said they would be more interested in the series if they knew the host was a familiar influencer. This result in particular supports our use of popular influencers in the making of swipe style.
The average Gen Z user spends 2 hours and 50 minutes per day on social media. Our social media plan will leverage their use to drive swipe style viewership.
Organic social content will reinforce Tinder's personality and voice to build relationships with Gen Z. We will boost organic content and blend it with paid content. This will increase impressions, brand awareness, and social media traffic.
Organic content will be optimized on TikTok and Instagram, both of which are used heavily by Gen Z. Every Friday during the campaign period, we will post the top performing videos from TikTok to Tinder's Instagram stories. This leverages the power of cross-platform content.
Short series teasers, like the one you just saw, will be posted on TikTok before episodes air. Our social channels will also deploy paid content. During phase 1, we'll run video and static executions that will direct users to submit their Tinder dating adventures to air on swipe style.
These are run as Instagram stories and in-feed posts, as TikTok videos, and on Snapchat's Discover page. All of these ads will use embedded links that will enable users to apply to be on the series.
Throughout phases 2 and 3, we will run early teasers featuring our influencers Cody and Kelsey. Cody and Kelsey will utilize their social media channels to explain what swipe style is and that they will be hosting the series.
In phase 4, swipe style advertising on social media will continue to entertain and engage the audience. These ads will include links to Tinder's YouTube channel, inviting users to subscribe. Like phase 3, phase 4 will include Cody and Kelsey posting on their social channels.
In phase 5, swipe style will launch on YouTube. During this phase, teasers will spark interest, driving traffic to YouTube and increasing viewership. Cody and Kelsey will post these episode teasers to their social accounts. On TikTok, they will tag Tinder in the caption and include the swipe style hashtag to amplify the reach of our content.
They will also post Instagram story swipe up links, directing their followers to the episode of Swipe Style aired that week. We estimate that all Instagram and TikTok organic content, including content generated by Tinder and our influencers, will produce 142 million owned impressions.
Similarly, we estimate that this content will net an additional 29 million earned impressions. In total, our social media plan for Swipe Style will yield 171 million owned and earned impressions.
The key to advertising to Gen Z is to focus on a story. They don't want something that feels like an ad, but rather something fun and fresh. Phase 1 executions will ask Tinder users to submit their dating stories to air on Swipe Style. Paid static content will run on Instagram, Reddit, and Snapchat using the hashtag SwipeStyle. Video executions will run on YouTube and TikTok. Users will submit their Tinder stories by email using embedded hot links. Suggestive and colorful headlines will entice the audience to become interested in the ads and Tinder. The goal is to emphasize that whether it's a bad date or a good date, it's always a good story, and that Tinder is not just an app, but an exciting lifestyle.
This phase 1 application ad takes a sweet approach and features a couple enjoying a picnic. Phase 2 and 3 executions build anticipation for the series. These teaser ads will provide a glimpse of what the series will be and leave our target wanting more. This phase 2 early teaser features Cody and Kelsey. It aims to draw attention to how much fun the series will be to watch with them as hosts.
During phase 4, early teasers will end and series teasers will begin. Following this, during phases 5 through 7, executions will focus on specific episodes of Swipe Style. This example of a phase 5 episode ad appeals to an edgy audience who loves spontaneity. Young, diverse, and sometimes edgy executions will show our target that Tinder is a place where stories are made.
The internet is Gen Z's playground. For this group, entertainment is at the forefront, and our media plan is designed to tap into these interests. Gen Z spends over 6 hours a day on their digital devices, spending 23 hours a week streaming video on social media. We will leverage their interest in social media by making media buys on Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram.
While they are app centered, they use other digital channels as well, including Reddit and YouTube. Our media plan will combine social media with other digital channels to increase reach and impressions.
Teens now rank TikTok as their second favorite social media app. Its 29% favorability ranking puts it ahead of Instagram, which is rated a favorite by 25%. TikTok is by far our most effective platform for paid impressions, delivering 150 million unearned impressions. Because of their stickiness, category takeovers will be used, which will optimize awareness.
Instagram continues to engage and grow its core 18 to 24-year-old demographic. Because 67% of Gen Z uses the app multiple times a day, we're confident that Instagram will reach our target audience. Accounting for 22% of the media budget, Instagram will deliver the second most unearned impressions at 1.2 million.
Snapchat is another favorite. Of its 299 million daily users, 82% are between 18 and 24. And given its high 94% use rate among Gen Z, Snapchat is being allocated the largest share of our media budget, $2.4 million, to net 625,000 unearned impressions.
Gen Z uses YouTube to closely follow influencers and celebrities. 32% of Gen Z use it more than any other social platform. Although it delivers the smallest percentage of unearned impressions at 150,000, high Gen Z use rates necessitate its use.
Reddit will enable us to backfill our social buys because it will provide unduplicated reach. 69% of Reddit Gen Z users are not active on TikTok, 65% are not active on Snapchat, and 47% are not active on Instagram. We project that our ads on Reddit will net 384,000 unearned impressions.
We know the best place to reach our target is through social media. For that reason, 63% of our media budget has been allocated to social media.
The remaining media budget is allocated across digital and streaming channels that are relied upon by Gen Z for entertainment.
We have estimated our target demographic at 8.9 million 18 to 19-year-olds. With average weekly paid impressions of 7.3 million, our media plan hits a weekly reach of 83 at a frequency of 4.
Given these metrics, we're confident our media plan will be highly effective at promoting swipe style and generating high levels of awareness, which will ultimately achieve our campaign objectives.
Our campaign budget of $10 million is largely allocated to media. Spending 94% of the budget on media is necessary to promote swipe style and to build the levels of awareness that will drive viewership and ensure success. Other expenses are split among our influencers, swipe style production, and effectiveness measurement. In the end, we are confident our plan will increase app downloads by 10 to 15%, app reactivation by 10%, and measures of brand love by 20%. Importantly, our campaign will net 328 million impressions across the campaign period, resulting in 33 impressions per budget dollar.
Just as our campaign will tell the stories of Gen Z Tinder users, it will have its own story to tell as we monitor and assess interaction and engagement across all platforms. Focus groups across the United States at the start of the campaign, just prior to launching, and at the end of the campaign will measure our progress. To properly assess brand love, we will employ submeasures used by Tinder itself. We estimate the cost of this plan to be $45,150.
As we've demonstrated, this is a bold idea. Our target audience has told us they need authenticity and realness in their young lives. That's exactly what Swipe Style will give them. We need to give Gen Z a reason to love Tinder. Compelling, intriguing, and entertaining stories of the Tinder experience will do just that.
So while it may be bold, we know the target will find something they value and love in the stories of Tinder shown on Swipe Style. It's time to make Gen Z love Tinder. It's time to share the stories of swiping right. On behalf of Eleanor, Gabby, Carrie, and all of Team 693, thank you for your time today.